Hi everyone, this is Cooking with Kurt. Today my husband Donald and I are going to show you how to make a Rocky Road chocolate mallows cake. This is made with layers of rich chocolate cake filled with crunchy toasted cashews, soft mini marshmallows, and a light chocolate cream.
This recipe was requested by a lot of you, so we hope you like this video.
To start, we're going to make the chocolate layers. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit and put the rack on the middle position. Then we're going to take two 9-inch round cake pans and line them with parchment paper. Do not grease the paper or the sides of the pan. Soak 2 cake strips in cold water for about 5 minutes. Shake off excess water, but do not wring, and place them on the sides of your cake pans. Take a large mixing bowl and a sieve. Add in 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 cups of granulated sugar, 3/4 cup of unsweetened natural cocoa powder, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and 1 teaspoon of table salt. Sift this together. Then take the bowl of your stand mixer, add in 2 eggs, and with the paddle attachment, beat the eggs on medium speed for about 5 minutes until they are thickened and look lemon yellow in color. While continuing to beat, slowly add in half a cup of vegetable oil, 1 cup of buttermilk, 1 cup of hot brewed coffee, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Mix this until the wet ingredients are well combined. Turn down the speed to medium-low and slowly add in the dry ingredients. When all the dry ingredients have been added, turn the speed back up to medium and continue beating for another 1 minute. Then divide the batter evenly between the 2 prepared cake pans. We're going to bake these on the middle rack in our preheated oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 45 minutes. Or until a toothpick inserted in the middle comes out clean and the surface springs back when gently pressed. Let the cakes cool in the pans for 5 minutes, then carefully run a knife along the sides of the cake and invert them onto metal racks. The pans should slip off easily. Peel off the parchment paper the cakes were baked with and let the cakes cool to room temperature.
While the cakes are cooling, we're going to work on the filling ingredients. Take a skillet and add in 1 cup of cashews. Toast them over low-medium heat, stirring or tossing occasionally until they are light, browned, and fragrant. Transfer them onto a chopping board and roughly chop them into small pieces. Divide these chopped toasted cashews equally between 2 separate bowls and let them cool to room temperature. Next, we're going to work on the chocolate filling. Take the bowl of your stand mixer and the whisk attachment and put them in the freezer for 15 minutes before using them. Then, into the cold bowl of the stand mixer, add in 2 cups of very cold heavy cream. And with the cold whisk attachment, mix on medium-high speed until it's slightly thickened. Then carefully add in half a cup of powdered sugar, 1/4 cup of cocoa powder, either natural or Dutch processed works here, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Continue beating this on medium-high speed to mix these in. Stop the beater and scrape down the bowl as needed. Then continue beating on medium-high speed until you see stiff peaks form like this. Detach the bowl from the stand mixer and transfer this chocolate cream mixture into another large mixing bowl to free up the stand mixer bowl. Add in 1.5 cups of mini marshmallows and half of the toasted chopped cashews. Gently fold everything in till the mixture is uniform. Store this chocolate filling in the fridge till you're ready to use it. Now we're going to make the plain white cream frosting for the outer layer of the cake. Like before, take the cleaned bowl of your stand mixer and the whisk attachment and put them in the freezer for 15 minutes before using them. Then into the cold bowl, add in 3 cups of very cold heavy cream and mix with the whisk attachment on medium-high speed until it's slightly thickened. Then carefully add in 3/4 cup of powdered sugar, 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Continue beating this mixture on medium-high speed to mix these in. Like before, stop the beater and scrape down the bowl as needed. Then continue beating on medium-high speed until you see stiff peaks form, like this. Again, we're going to store this in the fridge until you're ready to use it.
When the cake layers have cooled, we're ready to assemble the cake. Take a long serrated knife and slice the 2 cakes in half cross-sectionally to make 4 cake layers. Then take a cake board that's larger than 9 inches in diameter. This is a 10-inch cake board. And place it on a revolving cake stand. Place the first layer of cake in the center of the cake board. Then spread about 1/3 of the marshmallow chocolate filling mixture on top, creating an even and flat layer as much as possible. Place the second layer of cake on top and spread another 1/3 of the marshmallow chocolate filling evenly on top. Place the third cake layer and the final 1/3 of the marshmallow chocolate cream filling evenly on top. Make sure to save one of the cake bottoms, placing it flat side up for the last cake layer so that the top of the cake is as flat as possible. Take the plain white cream frosting from the fridge and cover the sides of the cake with a thin layer of the plain white cream frosting, and then the same thing with the top of the cake. Use a bench scraper to smoothen out this thin crumb coat while rotating the revolving cake stand. This thin crumb coat should catch any crumbs as well as any of the chocolate cream filling in between the cake layers. Place this cake in the fridge for 20 minutes for the crumb coat to firm up a bit. Also place the unused white cream frosting in the fridge. When the crumb coat has hardened, apply a final layer of the plain white cream frosting around the sides of the cake as well as the top. And again, use the bench scraper to smoothen out the surfaces as much as possible while rotating the revolving cake stand, removing any excess frosting. The surfaces of the cake do not have to be perfectly smooth. When you're happy with how your cake looks, clean the base of the revolving cake stand as needed. Again, place the cake in the fridge for the new layer of frosting to firm up. Also place the remaining white cream frosting in the fridge. While we're waiting for the frosting to firm up, we're going to make a chocolate ganache. Take a microwave-safe bowl and add 1/4 cup of heavy cream. Microwave this for 30 to 40 seconds until the heavy cream is hot. You can also heat this in a saucepan on the stove. Add in 1/2 cup of dark chocolate chips or chunks to the hot heavy cream and whisk them together to melt the chocolate until the mixture is smooth and uniform. Let this chocolate ganache cool to lukewarm about 5 to 10 minutes. Take the cake out of the fridge and with a spatula, dip the back of your spatula into the lukewarm chocolate ganache. Then make strokes of chocolate into the plain white cream frosting to create a brush-like pattern, starting at the bottom of the cake with an upward diagonal stroke. Dip the spatula back into the chocolate between each stroke. Do this around the entire cake. I'm creating 2 levels of strokes up the sides of the cake. And then create the same chocolate brush strokes along the entire top surface of the cake. I'm creating 2 circles of brush strokes on the top surface. When you're happy with your chocolate brush strokes pattern on your cake, take the remaining 1/2 cup of toasted chopped cashews and mix in 1/2 cup of mini marshmallows. Spoon this cashew mini marshmallow mixture in a circle in the middle of the cake, leaving about 1 inch of space from the edge. Then put the remaining white cream frosting into a piping bag with a large round tip. I'm using a number 2A. And pipe 12 big white cream blobs around the top perimeter of the cake. I'm just squeezing while creating a spiral pattern and lifting at the end to create a pointy tip. Finally, attach a small round tip to another piping bag. I'm using a number 2 and fill it with a little bit of the remaining chocolate ganache. And outline the top of each of the white blobs with a spiral swirl of chocolate. Let the finished cake rest in the fridge overnight for the layers to set completely. And there it is, our Rocky Road Chocolate Mallows cake. Ang sarap!
Ang sarap. Yum.
So good. This cake is so light and fluffy.
And I love all the different textures, from the soft chewiness of the mallows to the crunchiness of the toasted cashews.
Thank you all so much for watching. Please let us know in the comment section below if you're planning to make this Rocky Road Chocolate Mallows cake. Send us pictures of your creations on Facebook and Instagram. The links are below. And if you like this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Cooking with Kurt.
And don't forget to click on the bell so you get notified when we post new cooking videos.
Maraming salamat!